Hello. I'm coming today a little bit different than usual. I more so have a story, and this person has been diagnosed with as being epileptic. And we found out the hard way. And what I mean by the hard way is I was working from home on this day 2 years ago, and I heard some noise. And I'm like, what is this man doing up here? So I go up the stairs, and then boom, I can hear somebody on the phone saying, hello, hello, are you there? Are you there? And I see him on the floor as well. Blood coming out of his mouth and like a foam type of situation. And I'm looking like, my husband is dying. He's about to die, because I didn't know what was going on at first. So after he went through the seizure, well, while he was going through the seizure, I should say, I was calling 911. And I was telling them that I just didn't know what to do. I don't know how to handle this situation. I need help. And so the lady was telling me about CPR, and I was like, he's breathing. He's breathing. Whew. But she stayed on the phone with me. I called my son because he was the one that was in town. And it's like time I got off the phone with him, I know he drive fast and, he do his thing. By the time I went downstairs to like open the door for the ambulance before they even got here, he was here. And he flew up the stairs, and I was like, woo, that was quick. And we were trying to get him to get back to himself. We couldn't. The ambulance got here, and they were asking him questions, and they was telling him that we need to take you to the hospital to get checked out. He really didn't want to go, and we begged him, me and his youngest son. So he was like, I don't want to go out on on those gurneys. He didn't want to leave out like that. And they said, we got to strap you in and make sure you're safe. So we finally got him to the hospital, got him to the back. And I called my daughter, and I said, don't call Jalen just yet, because I didn't want to have him going through any emotion while at work because of his job. So at the hospital, he started having multiple seizures back to back. They gave him medicine. It didn't work. Gave him more medicine and did all kind of things to him and let him go through some of the seizures. And then they put him on a breathing. They put him under so he could stop. And I was just looking like, oh my God. It's like his body was so tense, and every muscle in his body was just popping out. And he was just laying there. And I'm like, I'm going to lose my husband. And mind you that a friend of mine had just lost her husband And that was very sad. I couldn't believe it. It was just a lot. And may he rest in peace. And then when I seen mines laying there, you know, under with all these tubes and everything, it was horrible, horrible. And I'm just sharing this because I went to work today and I got sent home. And he actually reminded me that, you know, today is the anniversary of, you know, the epileptic situation. And I was like, and it's funny, they sent me home today from work because of the weather, but also it was that anniversary, you know, a 2-year mark. But thank God he hasn't had a seizure since. But to see him laying in that bed with all those tubes hanging out of him, and they couldn't stop them seizures from happening. And also, he did a lot of drinking and smoking. But it's been 2 years now since he has had a drink or smoked. And he's healthy. His whole eating has changed. So no drinking, no smoking. He doesn't eat red meat. He's like a whole different person. He came through. He still was, he didn't know what was going on. He didn't quite know what had happened. And it was funny. What's funny is all the friends that he hung around, he drank with and smoked with, some of them came to the hospital. But after that, I ain't seen none of them. I have not seen any of them. Not one person. Not one person. Can you believe it? You go through such a thing like that, and that's not my story to tell right there. So I'll leave it right there. Like, you get where I'm going with it. But anyway, he made it through. We made it through together. We did what we had to do. And it's all good. It's like he's another person, but that's fine. You know, he's alive and well. And I'm thankful and grateful for that. And I just wanted to share it, you know. I just wanted to share that little bitty story. This is the anniversary. 2 years for him, clean and sober. No more seizures so far. I'm happy. Thank you. Please like and subscribe.